At the bottom of the Baltic Sea lies a secret too perfect to be natural and too ancient to be modern. For decades, it remained silent, seen only as a strange shadow on sonar. But when divers finally found it, the truth they uncovered wasn't just a forgotten tale, it was a revelation that humanity was never meant to discover. Our story begins, as many good mysteries do, with a team of intrepid oceanographers and treasure hunters. In June 2011, the Swedish salvage company Ocean X Group was exploring the depths of the Baltic Sea, between Sweden and Finland. They weren't searching for ancient alien ships, in fact, they were looking for shipwrecks and sunken cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology designed to penetrate the cold, dark waters and reveal what had been hidden for centuries, their equipment was prepared for the task. What they found that day, however, was not a centuries-old schooner laden with gold. It was something entirely different. Their sonar detected a massive circular object, about 60 meters in diameter, lying at a depth of around 87 meters. But what made it even more intriguing was that it wasn't just a blur, it had incredibly distinct features. It was almost perfectly round, with what seemed to be a long flat track or drag mark leading from it, extending for about 300 meters. For a team accustomed to the irregular outlines of shipwrecks and natural rock formations, this was something completely unprecedented. The shock was immediate. What could this strange object be? Deep in the icy waters of the Baltic Sea, something was hidden, waiting to be revealed. At first, no one could imagine the magnitude of the secret lying beneath. It all started with a simple sonar reflection, which picked up a mysterious shape, something that stood out from the vastness of the seabed. Initially, the discovery was treated as a mere anomaly, but soon, curiosity took over the world, and what once seemed like a shadow became one of the greatest obsessions of the 21st century. Ocean X, a team of underwater exploration specialists, was responsible for this revelation. Peter Lindberg, co-founder of the team, compared the object to a giant mushroom or even a great tower emerging from the depths. But what was it really? A natural geological formation or something more? Perhaps a structure from a forgotten civilization? Or maybe a relic lost from World War II? The world was filled with speculation. The boldest theories suggested it was a sunken UFO, while others believed it could be an ancient artifact from a lost civilization or even a secret military project. What fueled these theories was not just the circular shape but also the incredible symmetry of the object and the mysterious track that seemed to stretch for miles on the ocean floor. As more theories emerged and the internet buzzed with assumptions, scientists had one clear mission: to investigate, explore, and reveal the truth. And it was at this moment that the story took a new turn. Ocean X, after months of preparation, finally launched its first manned expedition to the site of the discovery, and the results were both exciting and unsettling. Divers who descended to the anomaly reported seeing something even more impressive. The object was massive, circular, with features that seemed artificial. Steps, staircases, and surfaces that couldn't possibly be natural were there, offering clues to something far beyond conventional explanation. But difficulties soon became evident. The ocean floor was deep, cold, and unforgiving. Visibility was almost zero, and the high-tech equipment struggled to adapt to the extreme conditions. It was then that phenomena arose that only deepened the mystery. Electronic equipment began to fail mysteriously when getting too close to the anomaly. Some even claimed the lights flickered. Was the object emitting some kind of electromagnetic pulse? Or were the extreme conditions of the deep sea to blame? No one knew, but one thing was certain: the Baltic Sea anomaly was proving more challenging than anyone could have imagined. Weeks passed, and expeditions continued. But the scientists were still far from a definitive explanation. What was this massive circular object? Why did it seem so out of place on the ocean floor? The search for answers was at its most tense. Then, as often happens in mystery stories, technology came to the rescue. With the advent of new high-resolution multi-beam sonar systems and autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, scientists were able to obtain more detailed images than ever. The images revealed something that would change everything. It was no longer a blurry image or a vague report. Now, in high resolution, what was seen was astonishing: the perfect circularity of the object, the steps, the track, everything was there, clear and irrefutable. And then came the revelation. What seemed to be a sunken UFO or a secret Nazi device was none of those things. The Baltic Sea anomaly was, in fact, a natural geological formation, a massive basalt formation, shaped by ancient geological and glacial forces. The symmetry, the steps, the track. All of this was the product of natural processes, shaped over millennia. But what made this even more intriguing wasn't just the fact that it was a natural rock, but the fact that it was so well preserved and so unusual in appearance. The formation was so symmetrical that it seemed to have been intentionally created, as if someone had sculpted a structure there. But there was no one. It was nature in its most powerful, yet still mysterious, form. While the scientists rejoiced in their discovery, a deeper, more unsettling truth began to emerge. The Baltic Sea anomaly was not just a fascinating object, it was a reminder of the invisible forces shaping our planet. It had remained hidden for so long, protected by the depth of the sea, only to be brought to light by a combination of advanced technology and determination. And this, ultimately, spoke volumes about the oceans, about how much we still don't understand about our planet. But there is another layer to this story. The fact that such an anomaly had been hidden for so long in the depths also reminds us of the fragility of our marine ecosystem. The Baltic Sea, one of the most sensitive waters on the planet, has been affected by human activities such as pollution and eutrophication. The revelation of the anomaly, therefore, is not just a geological discovery, it is a warning about the invisible changes taking place in the depths of the ocean. And if this revelation has already surprised you, leave your like so that more people can discover this story along with you. Because while the mystery was solved, the true mystery remains: what else is yet to be discovered in the deep waters that haven't been explored? The Black Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, several fjords, and coastal areas face similar threats. The Baltic Sea, in many ways, is a microcosm, a reflection of what could happen on a larger scale if we don't address these global issues. The story of the anomaly, therefore, becomes a powerful call to action. It urges us to invest more in oceanography, to develop even more advanced technologies for mapping and monitoring deep waters, and, most importantly, to redouble our efforts to protect these vital ecosystems. What other secrets, what other warnings, lie hidden in the depths, waiting for us to develop the tools and the will to uncover them? The Baltic Sea anomaly may not be a spaceship, but its true identity reveals an even more impactful discovery. It's a natural wonder, shaped by unimaginable forces over millennia, and a silent, stern reminder of the fragile balance of our planet. The mystery has been solved, but the deeper, more unsettling truth it reveals about our oceans and our responsibility to them is just beginning to unfold. And, in fact, this is worse than we thought. What do you think about the Baltic Sea anomaly? Were you expecting the presence of aliens, or do you find the scientific explanation more intriguing? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more in-depth analyses like this, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.